rivalry forged on passion, but with a
Big
mutual
game.
respect for one another.
If I remember right, mates need to win
It's
2-0.
BBL's pick of Lotus to kick this off.
So we'll keep an eye on that if it's doable.
And they will begin on the defense.
BBL on attack,
Both
mates on
teams
defense.
either side of the map right now in the pistol, so no early action.
Did a full retake
set
over
up
towards
C. I'm wondering if that's going to be a warning for BBL, if they're going to get scared here. No,
you
it
got
just seems
VIP.
like they're going to hit it straight
What
away.
do you mean?
So
You
how
want
much
mod as well?
utility BBL use in this execute, and how much they have to hold on to post plant.
Yeah, 5 versus 5 retake queued up here with BBL getting themselves into position. It's Lovers Rock leading the line in Waterfall early, and he's looking for a fight onto Martin. Nothing given away, and actually a little bit of a gap here for him to try and play into. Catches Starso.
I didn't realize it was like that.
Yeah, it's a massive pickup on the utility lost. But
I love
look
it,
how much
think.
BBL still
I didn't
have.
realize you
A
wanted to
need on
jump ship.
Larocque. I mean, the paranoia as well as a seize.
Yeah.
Gentlemates do well.
Yeah, sets up Lovers Rock, but can't confirm the kill, so back at an even standing for now. Seasonade comes in, just going to drift past Mini, who's made his way out, but unsupported. There is no trade, and BBL put their nose back in front. It's LaRock with a hat-trick.
The same thing I always
and he's
speak about,
found
and it's
4
very nice from
before the
BBL on
round
this
is
one. They
done.
save a cage to
BBL
make
on
this
the
just
board
a heavy
first.
choke over towards site,
Fantastic
and then
round
as soon as the
overall by
cage is running out, they
individuals,
re-smoke it as well.
individual
Like this
in
cage
terms
here
of
is just
LaRoque.
so good.
The
You don't have to worry about
utility
site, there's
isn't what sets
isolated
up the
fights.
round, it's the individuals. And this is just like, what a warm-up for LaRoque here. Nobody challenge him whatsoever.
It's been fun to see the progression of
Pistol round
Lotus.
started well.
One of a few players that we're going to be looking at throughout this series.
There's a lot of people that felt like you couldn't really win when you do the safe plant, but now teams are really getting on point.
For retake.
Teams are really getting on facts that you can just hold like this.
About BBL and
if you just smoke
something
here.
which Uli was alluding to earlier
This
as well.
crossfire. This crossfire is just
they're a very
deadly,
aggressive
man.
team, but they've had to do a little bit of soul searching since the last stage to correct that identity.
Still fighting into the stack, though. He's a little bit worried there, and Lovers Rock is taking the easy option out by using his TP.
Yeah.
And it's a very easy go button to be pressed towards that
They need to get other kills. LaRoque to get other kills.
Yoru exactly that I'm referencing, of course.
3 away from his ult.
Which BBL have continued to lean into here, and as you say, or as you hint at there, it's a full rotation from Gentlemates. 5 bodies arriving at the gates of the C site, and BBL a little tentative about this.
Yeah, they need to be careful. Not give anything away, fight into a stack that you do not want to be there. And this is nice mid-round in by Rose.
Gentlemates do reel this one in a little bit, so now that pack of defenders is moving its way towards the B site.
Fake
and the
pressure over towards A, get them interested. Kind of looks like they're going to call the team back, though.
Look at how far up on the A site now Rose has
Smoke
managed to get with
also.
those 2 prowlers.
I'm so low that they got to commit. Oh
25
boy,
seconds.
here we
They're
go.
going back to A, and that's
20
where Gentlemates
seconds.
are.
I mean, with utility to work with here as
Well,
well.
this is going to get
I
weird.
don't think this is as clear-cut as you'd think.
This is going to get real
15
weird.
seconds
Wait, they're going back to
remaining.
C.
Elsewhere! They're throwing it. I imagine they'll just be waiting for
Wait,
that
see-
spike to explode.
Dude, you got to
now.
get me on the spike here, man.
Yeah,
Got to
I
get
think
through that door, my
case
guy.
in point, this is probably... Oh, it's so close. Yeah, it's literally half a
Dude,
second
look at his
in it, but
face.
BBL will get the plant in.
It's his face.
A great demonstration of sometimes
Yeah.
you've just got to commit to the call. And I think we can say that for both Starso
That's
and
awesome.
Rose when we look at their recent results.
Yeah, and I think the big thing that I want to see here, though, is a lot of people are saying that BBL were aggressive. They've been forced to
One more.
retreat a little
Yeah,
bit.
there
As
you
it
go,
ends
one
up
away
being
from
an
your
end zone
ult.
flawless and nice
And they
shooting
got the other
overall
ult
from
pretty
BBL.
close.
But we've
3.
seen this BBL try and reinvent itself.
That
We've
was,
seen them have to go through hard times when it was back
a
in
little
Tier
scary.
2, when they were BBL
JD,
Pacific.
thanks so much for the
And what
tier
they
1,
did
man.
there was
JD Van
they
Weston, thank you so much, bro. Thank you, thank you.
mess around with their style, kind of
Not
see
even
where
worried
the
on this one,
weaknesses
that.
lie.
Never
And
in
then when
doubt
they
him.
had that stage 1, or sorry, kick-off this year, they showed a new side to themselves, back to that aggressive style.
Yeah, something which we'd not seen too much of in Tier 1, I think it's fair to say, but the other teams in and around them starting to figure it out a little bit. The
Gentlemates don't want to let them get the razors, so they go
adjustments that
aggro
we've
over
seen in
towards
recent
C,
times, of course.
but they kind of got it wrong.
Kreven detached from
Aggro
the
over
rest of
towards
this
A, they're
BBL
already
group,
pinging the
which is now
orb. Can they
starting to
get it?
work their way through the outskirts
Easy.
of A.
This
Bippo's
isn't
changed
even
the setup, so
broken.
the Sentinels
No
there ready
pressure
to
on this one.
receive. Oh, Kreven with his own fight in Spawn gets caught.
Yeah, and that's
Now
a
it gets
big
weird.
one to lose.
Do you want to use the ult? Okay, yeah, you
seems
want to use the ult
same time,
again.
though, BBL trying to look for this B pivot. It's a little bit topsy-turvy, and you can see Gentlemates
The Zeta
thinking
default?
about
It kind of
that
was the
area
Zeta default,
aggression.
apart from they fully left C.
Now, you know, lost that control from B
Yeah.
main though, so It's a question of what BBL want to do with this minute remaining. They've left players behind, Rose notably.
Yeah.
They taking that tree space.
They can't take as long as they did in the last round. They're trying to quicken themselves up. A TP in towards spawn. Should Lovers Rock try and go for that? But both players fall on the A site. And it's on ones. It's easy duels. It's all
Still
about
winnable,
this 2 versus 4 for the last 2 remaining.
Has Liquid made it to playoffs? Yeah, Liquid are in playoffs.
So BBL given a little bit of breathing room to set up the post plant. It's Loiter and Larok, this
Very nice
dangerous duo, which has
got a long
consistently
time
been
now.
able to win from a back-footed position. But Larok's almost got to over-deliver here with the showstopper.
I mean, Loiter
Great
has
shot.
yet to get a kill. That's his first so far.
He's acting big
in
over
the
towards
first 3
site.
rounds.
Early flash
LaRock
maybe?
in the corner. Oh, it's
Very
lovely
nice, bro.
from
Look how good this
LaRock.
guy looks.
Showstopper now to stop BBL getting anywhere near this. And you can't help but feel this one is done. BBL, it would have to be something monumental.
Too far away, Ned will win no matter what.
Go for the most part, but time is not there for him.
Plant will win no matter what, really.
This one is completely done. It's so well played.
It's a great
from the remaining 2
2v4.
BBL players.
No
Most importantly
way.
from LaRock.
He's like
And
that.
He's gonna finish it off with
He's
his
like
nade.
that. He does a scatter
I mean,
nade
he's
to get the
10
kill.
and 0 has a 10-0.
Yeah,
was
it's
nuts.
ridiculous. For someone who
Didn't
it
even
feels
let
like
him
has been
save on
stretched
this.
out
Wait, that
across
was
multiple
insane.
different roles. You were wondering how BBL can best
The fact he gets that
utilize
kill
him.
sells this
It's when
so
he's allowed
well.
to get aggressive. This was a really
Stardo
nice 2
considers it
versus
before it's...
4.
I mean, as
And all
it's too
things
late.
considered,
Hey,
I
that's
felt like
sick.
Gentleman's had a great
Bro, that
read
is
of
so
this round
sick,
with
that
their
nade.
proactivity
Yes.
out on A. A few times
Over the
we've seen
top
BBL
scatter nade.
with this
Knows
Yoru
he's
back
low.
in the composition, the way
Maybe
they
he doesn't
like
know
to
he's
play,
low, but it's going to refresh
fake out
anyway, so
that
he might as
space
well.
And then look for the TP back to C. We
That's just
saw it
styling
in the
on him.
foot game when they played here, but no result this time.
I don't say it too early, but he is on for a kill
BBL love to
record
do
for sure
with
right now.
Psycho, the Outlaw, and the Operator. That was when Comeback was on the
I'm
team.
already on kill
Not
record
necessarily
watch.
seen it that much with Lovers Rock, but equal
Fourth round in.
Outlaw bot.
And just a fake out there.
It's so
threaded
early, yeah,
through
but
B
dude,
to try and
look
deal
what he's
with any
doing.
of these Cypher traps. That's an interaction that we'll be tracking as well, of course. The Yoru against the Cypher. And they could very soon lock horns. As you can see, Gentlemates have moved
almost
3 players
likely
over
for the
towards
next
this
big
C
buy
site
round.
as BBL continue to float
The
about in
Valorant
sand.
snowball.
But it is short-lived. They're looking to play through Creven now and renegotiate the A space where it is only Starso standing in their way.
And he only
Is,
has a bandit. I mean, looking
what
to
we
play
saying,
for the
the fourth
utility,
time
the confirmation
But
of
they've
that space
overstacked
while
the
Lovers
site
Rock
and just
goes
kind of gambled a
investigating.
little bit.
In fact, it wasn't even a horn, it was a seize
Yeah.
of all
I mean,
utility.
he has almost a full belt here, so should be trying to collect a little more of that
30
information.
seconds
Or perhaps just
Not this
calling
again,
the
boys.
bluff here of BBL. And it is
Oh,
correct.
here we go
Mates
again.
have numbers on this C site, but it's another really late round.
Here we
and
go
well,
again.
straight
They're gonna
away,
go B now.
yeah, 3 bodies seen. You can see Prox close by to try and stop anybody getting that spike down.
you
Paranoia
gotta nade that
would be
spawn
huge.
right now.
Should it hit?
Nade.
Nice nade, yeah.
Perfect.
The delay coming through. Nobody able to get out.
BBL playing
Bro,
it down
what
to the
is
wire
this
every
game?
single time. At the very least, they've got this second layer of Rose lurking outside of A.
Starzo's timing's perfect. Should he get in through the door? Rose hasn't checked. Finally, he does. And well, from
Great
here on
omen
in,
flash.
it should be
Dude,
easy
4-pass
enough.
runs into a
Rifles
nade,
up
then
against
4-pass runs into an
pistols,
omen
and
flash.
BBL do not miss, or they have not missed
LaRock,
so
mate,
far
get in there, the kill
these
record.
rounds. It's Martin and Minnie, Outlaw and Guardian, stuck in heaven. And time not on their side. Yeah, it's Minnie to try and deny an end zone flawless. He does so, but he's already low, and it's a hunt for the orb setting up towards stairs. 4-0 for BBL.
Yeah, BBL
Scary rounds, though.
looking pretty good so far, but I've got to say, Gentlemates will feel hard done by, especially when they watch back the VOD.
He wants
Quite a
the
few of
0
these
deaths,
rounds
yeah. He
have
doesn't want the
gone
kill
so
record, he wants the
late, and
KD
it's
record.
just
You're
Rose
right.
biding his time before making a decision. Very spread on the map, playing a lot of rounds where they're, you know, 4-1, maybe 3-2 at best on either extremity. And when we look at, you know, this clash between the callers, Starso on the other side with his own personal reasons to want to win this one in a rivalry that he very much started. We're going to hear from the BBL side now in just a moment as we dive into their comms for this
1,
round.
2. You see the guy close?
Çıkamaz oldu mu?
Hızlı tek çıkarlar plante bastığınızda.
Basacağım ama korumayacağım.
Bu bir tarafı çok zor.
Gelsene C-Link'e gelsenize bir deneyelim o mene.
Tamam.
Kanka ben hayat var. Cypher olun C'de.
Gel.
Ver Hobbit yok. J-Link oyna. Tower 1 Fate.
2. Bir tane daha bota bot.
Tamam.
Chill'le. Hobbit boş. Tower Fate.
Tower'dan gelecek.
Açığa koyacağım. Hobbit boş mu hala? Evet. Seni bekliyorlar ya. Tower Fate.
Eren late oyna oğlum. İyisin. Late oyna. Gerek yok.
Tower pikliyor kan.
Eren sağ ol.
Umut piklerler.
Adamlar bence J-Link'e dönecekler kanka.
I mean, it sounds hectic, but
Raise vent.
Holding man.
Face your fear!
Eren no last.
Main. No, never mind.
Holding main.
I'm getting help, guys. Careful C. I'm waiting.
Defuse.
Nice.
Nice boys. Come on boys. Good job. Nice kills.
Nice boys.
perfect round for it, really. For listening.
Gentlemates finally get their first round. And it's an important one.
I like the attack strat with the Euro. The wrap round A all the way through spawn to B. That was pretty cool.
When you felt like things were slipping out of their favour.
And Stars is kind of
You
on
can
them
just
on
kind of
site
hear from the comms
here.
on the BBL side
I
specifically.
do feel
how
like with this
chaotic it
plant, they
is.
gotta
It's always
prioritize
really,
B main a little
busy.
more. But
Rose trying to lead that, and I think where you see that the micros dropped off a little bit in some of these rounds, that's where you want to see those improvements.
yeah, I mean,
and it seems like
it's hard because I don't
Lovers Rock will be
understand the
first
language
one
of
to take
BBL, but
contact here.
it does
And
sound
Martin
hectic every
with a
time we listen in.
showstopper in the back pocket, should he need that, should he want to use it.
Yeah, Lovers Rock has heard that Mini's crossed here though, so he should know about the Neon player.
Lovers Rock with that operator, the cycle that we spoke about. And unfortunately, Mini's getting no chance, not up against Lovers Rock.
Yeah, audio given away immediately. Mate's trying to take map material
Little
of their
TP.
own.
Yeah, Martin doesn't hit
Oh.
though. And Proc somewhere else has found LaRock at C Mound. A fight lost in map space getting smaller for
They
BBL.
might start to work it out though, right? This is a lot of numbers.
C-trap sprung, but not the case.
Dude, that's all the numbers. That's all
I
of
mean,
them.
they're playing on a timer now because of the neural theft, but BBL have got this guess correctly. They're going to react towards A off the early pick. And
It's a
Starcer can't
great
do
Omenor
anything to
over
stop
towards
them.
site.
Prox can. He's TP'd here ahead of time.
First on the lane. And that is just a fake out that he will hit. It's a response through the neural theft of BBL. Information got,
Oops.
but nobody able to action off it. Rose's head just seen, not able to grab. That spike's still to go down.
Yeah, BBL want to kill here, but they're not going to be able to set one up. Aggressive line held, but Lovers Rock's off
Dude,
is
look
the
at these
danger.
HPs.
And Loiter
Surely it's
from
a clean-up.
under rope, still managing to
7:55.
keep them alive, but Prox responds 3-on-3. Health pool in favour of Gentlemate, in favour of BBL. Gentlemates have no chance, and Rose is flanking. Their options starting to decrease.
Oh.
The chance starting to go. They need to get on to that spike,
Oh.
and they're baiting players
Oh.
out. Rose's spray down,
Dude,
wins the round.
I thought one of
and
them was going to tuck
BBL
in there
are
and then
back
it's
to
going to be
winning
a
ways.
strong defuse.
Rose didn't often find himself in clutch positions on this roster with how they used to play, but now he does every now and then, and always good for it. I think Gentlemates again will be feeling frustrated with the position.
Why the call out in the replay,
not
man?
to convert another one of these rounds. It's a brilliant decision to go
Would
for
it
that
have
late
changed the round? For
something
sure.
which Rose is known for in these post plants.
That's it. BBL extra layers are winning
Would've,
rounds.
would've got the
That's
guy
why
under.
we're going to get our first Gentlemates timeout. But has a when I
Would've
watch
pushed
this
him into
match,
the
when I'm
smoke
seeing
that they
what's
were
happening
holding.
here, I'm getting deja vu to that Vitality game.
Never miss an
and
opportunity.
think
I mean,
it's
this one
important just to
was pretty
reiterate
good because
what
it was
the
actually pretty
stakes are for this
impactful.
match, and that's why we bring the group standings up here, because it does feel a little bit cagey to kick this one off. Gentlemates having to respond from going down in that Vitality match, as you said, 3 different occasions. 9-3 on map
I mean, it
1,
would've changed the
11-1 on
round,
the
I
next,
do
and 5
agree.
rounds down on Ascent to close it out. You're looking at it here, they have to win 2-0, otherwise they're doomed to play-ins.
I mean, that is not a fate you want to be in, especially with the start that you've had. And I mean, even in Starzo's most recent interview that he had, he said we had a lot of defensive problems early in the
I wouldn't
game.
say
And they
everyone.
had some good, talking about Vitality, he said
Like
they had
1
some
in
good
3
game
are
plans.
kinda
They changed the
testing
way they were
out
playing
Yori.
last game.
And the problem
Vitality's a
with
really strong team. They showed a
Mates
really big skill
is
gap. We need to fix some of the details
least
for
the
sure.
maps-
And I think the point I
the
want
maps
to
where
get
they
here
consider
is that
playing it, and this
Vitality
probably should be one of
changed
those
the way
maps.
they were playing. Has
Small teams
BBL
normally
done
on
the same,
Phoenix
or
farming.
Gentlemates too prep heavy, and they're getting caught off guard?
Like if in the maps
That's
where they would
these
want to
big
play it,
skill
they just
gaps
play
shown.
And that's
they
what
play
we're sort of
Phoenix.
waiting to see, I think, as well, because as you say, and as it has felt, Gentlemates are getting themselves in decent positions, but BBL going the extra mile right now. They've got the full bite, and so leading right out of the timeout. You're not expecting instant impact. Martin with a Guardian has propped up round solo before, as he did in the previous series, but it can't just be him.
I mean, Gentlemates do need a hero at this point, right?
Martin or
That's why you've
Asuna
got
Phoenix.
Martin in the sides, but BBL so far
I would like
are given so much real
the
estate.
setup that 100 Thieves gives Asuna, but then I would choose Martin.
So maybe looking to get a little bit active.
Like if we
behind
had
the
all
smoke
the
here
stuff that 100
TP
Thieves
will
does
have been
to
heard
set up
from
Asuna
Lotus
and how many
Rock and the
orbs he
ops
gets
side, of
and
course.
how many
Was it
free
the solo
kills he
player
gets.
like it was last
But
time?
I think
That's
Martin might be
the
one of
question
the
which mates are going to
one
have
of
to
the
try
best
and
I've seen.
answer here. Door opens up.
I think his
Fade
aim
power
is
through.
just
So
insane,
based off of
man.
that conditioning and
Like,
those
he's up
vaults you
there
were
with
talking
Remy
about, you're thinking
aim-wise.
BBL are probably faking
like, top
towards
form.
A more than anything else. No real change up in terms of how mates are playing this. Mini eventually finds the tree player through the ultimate, but the B plant's already coming through.
And that's a big paranoia, but Beppo and Prox combine. Larocque,
Mate,
an
every death.
absolute bulldozer. And Mini, with
You
the
deserve
rifle
a
that
gun
he
on every
collected
death,
from
it's
his
unlucky.
ultimate, with such low HP, you can't help but feel that this one is over, and it is. I mean, only 2 players lost. BBL,
Big buy rounds.
the momentum cannot be
They
stopped.
gotta,
Just
they
with how
got to get some on the board.
heavy they are on this attack side, Gentlemates don't really want to overstep. You can see the position they get themselves into. Martin, maybe a little passive on sand. You're not seeing any extension there to really dig out some concrete information in the mid-round.
So how do you, as a defense, play Lotus without being proactive? It feels like that's a little bit of a conundrum. It's something that you really struggle to figure out.
It's like on the ecos, they were gambling, they were trying to play heavy for different areas. Here you can see Mini sliding out with the operator as the funds are back on side. Perhaps just hoping to guide BBL towards the Cypher of Bippo playing A. Look for a late retake, something of the sort. You considered the
It's nice
position
from
of
BBL
this
though.
spy cam,
Run
for
a space
example,
every
out
single
in
time.
grass.
Do you feel like the calling from
That would
Rose
lead
has
you
got a
to
lot
believe
better
that it's
recently?
just an early tool for information.
Maybe it's just the lack of playing Haven.
They've leaned a lot heavier on this side now, though, Cairo, as you can see.
Yeah, but they're playing completely for retake. Nobody on site. I mean, Starzo and Beppo.
It's
trying
been
to
like
take up
last
possession, but they're
second for
pretty
some of the
late here.
rotates, but
Maybe a C's
very
nade,
calm with
but
it.
the nade is far away. It's only the C's, and yeah, there are no ultimates here for mates either. So more than anything, it's a war of attrition that they're looking to try and win. It's at this stage in the round right now, though, where I'm actually more concerned for BBL because they've not got too much space. They're going to look for the C hit, and it's into Mini's operator.
Yeah, you're hoping that they do not go dry. Mini, I mean,
God, he
lucky
nearly
that
missed
he
him.
didn't anticipate it, but BBL now know of the operator's setup, and he's got no chance to get on back on the
now they got
line.
an Omen
I mean,
luck, and they
creating
kind of
delay,
know that the
manages to
Omen
dodge the
cancelled,
Cs,
so do they
but he's
fast
asking
flood
for
in?
support.
Last saw him
He's
over towards
screaming
tree,
for
they know it's a
support.
4v5, time
20
pressure.
seconds left.
Good call from
Gentlemate in
Gentlemates.
position to deny the spike.
But
I mean,
Satchel's to
you're
deny
looking
this
at
as well.
Lotus' position. He's very late
pivot
to
to B.
this, to
Here we
try
go
and play a
again.
Joker
They're going
on
B.
towards B.
Gonna
It's a
just be
nice
enough
call,
time, but that Trip might win it.
Gentlemates,
Trip
it's
wins
not a
it.
far rotation.
Trip actually
No
wins it.
time!
It's a big paranoia.
Oh,
big
it's
paranoia
close.
indeed,
Oh
and it might just be enough. It's Gentlemates
They jumped on him, bro. They jumped on him.
BBL have overcooked
God, as
this
if we see
one.
3
And not for
rounds
the
that are
first
similar
time.
to this.
Just
This was the only one that
occasion
wasn't
where
in
they
control.
actually get punished.
I
It
like the
was
call
the
from
satchel
mates on
from
this one to
Martin,
start
which
fast
wins
flooding
the
once
round.
the Omenot was
When the
cancelled,
plant came in
or at least
initially, there
cancelled
was
itself.
a fraction of a second to spare. But, I mean, even there, I would prefer BBL to just fully commit to this C play. It feels like they're
I mean, they're
so
dead on C,
indecisive
though.
at
They lose on
moments.
C. They probably would have killed a few more, though.
And there's just the replay to show it to you in actual fact. How they end up winning it. Frustrating for Kundi, though. They spend half the round chasing shadows.
But that did end up winning them the round.
Now
Mini
they set Euro, or...
the operator hasn't bit. Mini's still on this line. He's played this so well,
Wow,
but the
man.
spam is good from Lover's
Lover's
Rock.
Rock is just
A
fully
player
on that the
used to
whole
playing
time.
The operator, he knows these tricks.
He does, and I think Mini really struggled to find impact on the op in the previous game specifically against Vitality. And the better teams in the league are going to shut you down from those positions. You're not going to have the same kind of freedom. You've got to change things up. And so BBL now showing us a shift of the gears themselves. Lovers Rock clearing out all of
don't
the
tunnel
A
vision
site
too
with
much.
this dimensional drift. I'm spotting Starso as well.
Oi.
Starso wins the duel, but there's a quick trade.
The great trade,
is that
but
a loss in utility? We'll need to find that out. But
feels
Gentlemates
insanely
have
winnable.
taken
The Rockers ult again.
the numbers back on
Pros
site.
get to kill off the plant. That's another
To
ult
come
also.
back in, they have at least one paranoia and some of that raise utility.
All of the raise utility.
Wendler,
plus
hello,
the
mate.
Showstopper. Larok
Congrats on the
important part to
on the
play in
win.
this. It's stopping them getting back through the
You
stairwell
guys have now got
here, as you
2
can
comps
see.
on Summit.
Martin uses the nade to try and flush out Loiter, but can't catch him. Larok
Didn't realize
looking for
something
that
had
timing now
a
himself and
had a
spots that
Viper in
there's
him
no
like
one
this.
heading his way. It's coming all through the top of the site. And with the pin pulled on the
Free
nade,
from
it's
the
just
Hella
going to delay
Gecko.
Bippo a second longer.
Oh.
Play in rows from underneath, and
That's
while he's
all.
only going to walk away with one, Prox now is on borrowed time. The
Very,
ult
very
hits him
nice. The
directly,
insta-run on
and
this
Rose
one.
will find him between the eyes.
So
7
calm
for
from them.
BBL, carrying that advantage into the second half.
Yeah, nice post plan, and I think Larocque having all his utility is definitely a massive factor, but Starzo, sure he gets to punish the Yoru, but I can't help but feel he's so important just for getting back and being that initiator that you want on site.
To give credit to BBL in that position, they get an extra player over. How many times have we seen them dive into a site and look unsupported? Big brawl about to break out, and this one could very much settle the fate of this first half. Mates need around here. And as you can see, they're going to invest a lot of utility to keep BBL out of A early.
Almost thought Rose was going to walk inside there.
The BBL buy into that though? It seems to be the case as they move towards C. That's the Cypher setup.
Fact of the matter is, Mates have invested 2 players to hold on to Rubble here because BBL are so passive in the early round. A much faster tempo to this follow-up take though. It's into Bippo's C site, and he's the only one here.
A real test of Bippo's role change. He couldn't do it against Foot, but BBL is just as hard a challenge. The players are already up, he has the information and drops all the way back to backside. Nobody really swinging him and still alive.
Oh, as if that
Good
fade I got
flash,
him.
and
He did
still
great to
comes
get
away
one
with
here.
one. That's big for Bippo.
Yeah, great work from Bippo. And Martin finds the next. That's the showstopper now online after the early A-orb. BBL
Too obvious?
looking to dig out another kill
Apparently
here,
not.
and it's allowed Rose to get right through.
Oh, but he's on the knife and many punishes. So that's 4 versus 2.
It's kind of on him there as well because he
Loiter
broke
now.
the trip
Loiter part
early.
of the last
So he's the
2
reason
versus 4
someone's
that they
lacking out
won
here.
earlier on in this half, but I don't think that's going to happen. Gentlemates find their third.
And it's a very well put together round from the mates here as well. Martin with his own part to play, the showstopper confirming it, and Starso
Missed
getting
an
that
absolute
nightfall
banger game
online
last night.
for
You
the
should be
next.
watching the NA teams.
Bippo
Mate,
has actually
every NA
impressed
game
me
is just
quite a bit
obvious, bro.
recently.
I don't know
When
what you
look
want
at
me
his
to do.
stats, he's the
I told you
fourth
who's going to win, they
highest,
won.
for a first kill to first death ratio, which is the best of the Sentinels.
There's
that we
no
have
upsets in that
in our
region.
league right now. You're thinking, well, what that duel's going to look like between him and Lovers Rock? Well, seems to be delivering.
He's pissed
Really
off.
frustrated
He's
from
pissed off
Key.
at Rose there, though, right? Because he broke
Obviously
the trip
being
at the
in that
beginning.
4-on-4.
He's the one
And
creating
just
the
very
pressure
quickly,
there,
I
and
say
then he has one
delivering.
run
He is
away, and he
5-9,
just thinks
but
he has
it's
the
a good
timing.
start.
Yeah.
Like, you're the reason
Mates
someone's
only need
lurking in this
one
area
more
right now.
round, maybe 2
He
here,
just
and I
didn't-
think
He wasn't
they'll have
thinking properly.
confidence they can turn this around in the second half.
I mean, the plan worked on the last one to fight for A. They haven't done it this time and instead conceded that space. But it's another B pivot from BBL, it seems, as they start to send utility that way. And it seems as if Gentlemates are believing them with the utility.
Yeah, you're always sort of going to expect that when Creven is playing
Whoa.
around the edge of it.
Dude, 5 would be a good recovery.
But Prox finds the first kill through smoke, through a wall, through everything. Loiter goes down. And it's untradeable. I think that might have been one of the rifles as well. So not much behind this buy for BBL, and Rose is the next to be shown the curtain. Larok doesn't look too far behind. He did have a Vandal,
bad at
so
all.
with him now dead,
What are
just
the
Creven
Americans
and
games
Lovers
today?
Rock left to try and piece this back together.
But Lovers Rock's able to pick up a rifle, it seemed, just outside of the door. Well, it's just his Sheriff now, so I think from now, Gentlemates with control of that spike.
Oh.
And a little bit of tech here
Loud
from Lovers Rock that
C9,
does not get him the
MIBR,
kill. So an in-zone
EG.
flawless, and we're back.
I mean, it's just
within
Loud
a
and
couple
MIBR.
rounds.
Yeah,
The
I
only
mean,
one,
look, this
I
final
will
round
say,
and a half means
the Loud
absolutely
C9
everything for
game,
Gentlemates.
I'm a
win
little
here,
like,
they bring it
that's
within
probably the
2,
closest game we've
and
had
they
in
move
for a
on to the
week,
attack side.
I would say. The Lab should still win it.
Haven't had the best of times on their own defense, so actually looks like we are going to get a timeout coming through here from them into the following round. Some big ults up for mates to try and play around with here, and I think that's going to lend into their own planning as they check back in with their coaching staff. Interesting fact about Mavera, actually, hailing from the Turkish scene, of course.
MIBR? Nah, MIBR back, man.
Twice.
They needed to lose to Envy like that.
Both times
a while
with
back.
Galacticos back in 2024.
They needed the hits.
Back, actually. And how did that go?
I lost both of them, so he's never been.
They had to lose.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, that's the thing, though. This BBL core had
TMV's not streaming. Wait, why is TMV not streaming?
Such an ownership of that Turkish region.
He's streaming football or something.
We've now
He's either streaming football,
be a bit more chaotic,
making
like
football videos, or
teams like
he's got a pub
Reborn,
quiz.
which Mavera was head coach of earlier in the year before he moved over, of course, to Gentlemates as they went unsigned from S2G.
He's looking at a house. He's
There's
looking at a
talent there. I
house.
think that's the thing. Gentlemates should know
YouTube
exactly
money.
what they're up against. It's about dealing with it, and we've seen that in a few of these rounds.
Yeah, there's a lot of history in this server between either of these two teams.
Dude, where's the
So he
IRL
looks
stream
to
of that?
Head back in for the final round, an important one.
Brian, thanks so much for the tier 1. Appreciate that. Thank you for
in
25
favour
months.
of BBL on
Swift as well.
8-4,
Appreciate that as
which
well.
feels like a
Is anyone who,
massive gap
is
to
anyone
try
who
and
doubted
bridge.
Eternal Fire
This time, it's just
fraudulent?
Rose faking
Is anyone
towards
that
A.
doubted Eternal Fire
There's a
fraudulent?
large
Mate, they
scale
only won
on
one
C.
game.
That camera going to be
Would
so
relax a
important
little.
from Beppo.
Ooh, and I think Starso might
If
just
they
have
go
been
on a big
spotted
run,
there by
then I
Rose
think
in
you can
transition
give it.
as well. Mates have an idea of what's going on right now, and you can see the rotation arriving at the C site.
Beppo, though,
Oh,
once again,
my God.
looking to play for the kill.
Just didn't expect him on this angle at all. No time to plan on this.
Mini's ultimate
Oh,
fires
mate.
back in, and it's Craven, as you say, who fires away. Both players known about, and BBL will get their advantage.
It's a strong
BBL
half,
looking
man.
much better.
It's a
They
strong,
were
strong half.
in their shell at the start of the half, but it feels like as it's gone on, they've realised they needed to
happened
up
to
the
Fnatic?
ante a
Mate,
little
they
bit
don't
to
have-
get
they
that
don't have a
8th
map.
round. They've managed
don't
to
have a
take
good
it
map.
now, and so all eyes on Mates to see if they can.
They don't know where they're
We're
strong.
going to head towards an interview with Kundi Kundi.
They
from
don't have
before
a
the game
home
to
right
see
now.
what he thinks about this rematch.
And when you don't have a home,
Kundi Kundi,
Not
big
it's not an
rematch
easy life.
for you guys against BBL. That was the Giga Banger in kickoff. How are you feeling about this matchup?
Yeah, I'm excited to play them. I think it will be a banger match.
And for you guys, the scenarios are a little bit tight for making it directly into playoffs. I think if you 2-0 here, the chance is still alive. Is that something you're focusing on, trying to maybe manipulate the veto to secure the 2-0?
TMV, that's
I
what
mean,
the
I
house
think
search
more
is for.
you
He's
think,
searching
like,
for
we need to win 2-0,
Fnatic.
harder
Okay, I
it
see.
will be. So it's kind of like thing we quickly talk to. We have a chance. Yes, we do. Okay, that's it. Let's play for the win.
Cuteboy47,
Let's see
dude,
what
another
happens.
5 gifted. Thank you
And we're
so much.
coming
Chat, you know what to
to
do.
the end of the first stage of the
Hit the slug
first
oil spam
stage
in
where you're
at
full head coach.
Cuteboy47
That
if you
didn't
got
make much
gifted.
sense.
Thank you
You've been
so
head
much,
coach
dude.
now
I appreciate
for
that.
a
Thank
few
you. Thank
months,
you.
right? Moving up into that role. How has it been overall with the team?
I mean, I would say very hectic. We did the change in the stage 1 playoffs, or after group stage, I don't remember anymore. But it has been hectic. We had also EVC tournament and everything. So, and also this stage 2 is very stacked, like in schedule-wise. So it has been very hectic, and like when you say it has been only a couple of months, it for me feels like eternity already.
With that being said, now where you are now
Oh.
versus where you were, say, at the beginning of the year or at
I
the
feel
beginning of
that.
your
That
tenure
was
as head
deep.
coach, how do you rate it? How different do you think this team is?
Different. Again, it's hard to say because it's like you kind of forget how it was like 4 months ago, 3 months ago. But I think it's different.
Becomes even more important for them.
You get a
Usually
chance,
pistol
yeah, to get
rounds
a
can feel
chance.
coin flippy, but it has to be full focus, especially when you think of how that first half started.
I mean, look, they've had to bounce back many times in their recent games. It's asked of them here again. BBL the ones to notch the first blow, though. And as we were saying, this series must be a 2-0
Okay,
for the
Bpo.
French club. Or they slip
sure
into
recovery needs to
play-ins
feel-
just like that.
needs
And
to
so
do that
Bpo
really with the
has
space
managed
that
to
they
find
got
them
and
an
the kills
outlet
that they
to kill
got,
on
but-
C, which opens up the map.
BBL have been so good at
I would like
pistol
to think it
rounds.
was a great
Beppo,
shot.
though, needs to step up. We need to see the goods. He's first here, but he's seen Lover's Rock.
And now the task at hand is simply holding the line, but with that nade dropped into the site, the C's not too far behind. He'll catch Prox round the ankles and he's got nowhere to go.
Do they
Mates
overextend, or do they just try and play time now?
As BBL are closing up the distance. Plenty of damage on these defenders, and so Martin cuts through them with ease. One bullet left in the gun, needs to reload. Else he can't find Rose, left on just 7. And in fact, they call for a rotate here with 30 seconds.
Same time though, BBL just as quick.
They're ahead of this.
They're on the line first.
Here.
Rose gets himself into position.
Mate, this guy needs to get his gun out. He's killing me.
To punish. And now a 2v1 to take this pistol. Much needed for mates. And so the hopes of BBL laying on Loiter. One smoke left in the pocket. It's the spam that collects the kill instead. Martin 10 HP on the opposite side. Loiter with the most clutches in the league this stage, and he's looking to add a 9th here. Walks back in. Martin should have an idea. As that first smoke fades, he's kind of aware of the corner from the platform and still looking to clear him out. Martin now in behind. They've traded places, and Loiter, well, he hasn't got an idea. Not the foggiest. Martin right above his head. Drills on down, and with
Rose,
that,
mate, you've lost 2 rounds getting a knife out.
Loiter might have the most clutches, but he does not have just the aura that Martin has at this point in time.
Yeah.
No, it's fair enough at this point. The guy's unbelievable. And he feels like the driving force behind Gentlemates when we see them fall into positions that they just should not win from. I think he's the real reason that they're a contender, that they're a dark horse.
Feel like
in
again,
stage
bro?
1. And for the second time that we've seen on Coach Reacts, he cannot understand how BBL did not convert.
Well, looking to add firepower to the lineup. Mini and his duelist has found the first kill here on A, but he is getting chased pretty swiftly by Rose, who is still knife out. But this time, at the very least, he does confirm the kill. And
how is he alive?
On death's door, mates.
He did good damage at the enter as well.
And despite the damage, they've done a pretty good job, but there's a chasing pack in sand.
Not too far away, both will split up.
And if you're talking about keeping this bonus round possible, a clean anti-eco.
Wait, are they
quite
both?
A lot of damage.
They're not considering it.
At the same time,
they
it's
think
most
both
important
sands.
that the Bulldog and the Vandal get through.
Yeah. Loiter and Rose split up from one another in this position here, and actually all of that noise could have given Loiter a way back in. He's going to take it anyway by force this time. Bippo's still on 7, but he can find that kill traded out by Starso. And as I was saying, it's messy, but the mates make it work.
Yeah, I mean, that anti-eco, you can see why Loiter is
the
considered the most clutch player in
every
this
single
league.
time it's just doing, every single time it's getting multi-kills.
Very important kills towards the end that put Gentlemates by in the bonus round in a trepidatious position.
Crazy thing is, Loiter has been doing this since he was 16, at the top end of challenges as well, and he's still in his rookie year. On the other side, though, as you said, the
goes
heavy
out
hitter
too. They can one-shot though.
And
looks like mates are on top of the fact that Lovers Rock's getting by an outlaw here.
Team looking a little top heavy with the kill records that he broke.
Heavy armor priority.
And part of the charge, which is now making its way towards B here for mates.
They know this is a fake. They know this is a fake over towards B because they have full info here.
Just walked in.
And Loiter.
And it actually confirmed that
it's weird because like they know that it's a fake B, but it felt like he didn't realize.
And an extensive post plan. Bippo holding down the foundation, and Mini looking to go in front.
Bippo's still fighting this, but only 7 bullets and position fully condemned. That's one back, 4 on 4.
And Mel, a double up in tree to not allow anyone through. It's main where the gap is, and I mean, nobody really looking to deny this. Gentlemates fight forward. Starzo at least has the trade, so he's upgraded to a rifle. At the same time, BBL have cleared that, but it's all about the time.
Double satchel, the time here is like really big.
And BBL need to get the defuse. No utility, so it has to be the fights. It has to be heads up, and well, unfortunately, Martin.
What an Omen flash. What an Omen flash.
Brings it within one.
They're fully back.
So Martin
They're
puts
fully
mates
back.
on his back yet again.
Is so impressive, man. It was a great Omen flash as well, though. I don't understand how the comms can be like this.
Into a smoke. I really don't know what Loiter is doing here, and as I say, it's not the first time they've looked a little bit casual about this. Martin on the other
comms
side,
here had to be so bad.
crisp as always.
Fake over towards B, and
sense.
it's like he feels he has to commit as well.
0.06 in game, by
And then
the
he's
way.
got a flash. Like, who's the flash for?
1600 DPI.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Your mate's here.
Not like I wrote his stats down or anything, thinking that's gonna improve my ranked performance.
Yeah, mate, whatever. Lovers Rock going for the jump TP for information and seeing a couple bodies on the other side. Gentlemates,
Ideal world
don't
for
want to
mates
give
here. They
anything
get
away. Don't want to walk
Starzo's
into a stack.
fade on.
Don't want to take the bait.
So Martin, do you play stretched res?
What's your
hair care routine, man? I want to be just like you. you know, we had a player in tier 2 who copied Tenz's settings.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
On everything.
Yeah. I've heard.
It's mad. Imagine you've got an official and then you've just got to like check the Wikipedia real quick to see if there's been an update. Anyway, BBL are on an eco here in case you couldn't tell. The round's got an element of dead rubber to it, but in saying that, Rose has found a couple of kills here on site defense with only a classic. And BBL,
they got a lot of time they can cancel if need be, but they're
Can he get
stuck
away?
in with the
Yes,
armor.
can.
They're
Rose
really
has
going
got
to get
another
ecoed like this?
Vandal in his hands. Surely not like this, mate. Oh my God,
Damn,
Rose.
dude.
Quad kill,
I mean,
a
Rose
mode thrifty,
completely
and
wrecked
just
him.
when
They
you
got
thought
so
that
much
was a
from that trip
shoo-in,
as well.
the captain stands up and his presence is felt.
Yeah, you can stop talking about Martin's sense and all that and actually lock in because
Okay.
BBL
That should never have been a round win.
No, it shouldn't have.
I mean,
but
the
it's
fade,
such
the fade
good
is
utility.
incredible. Trip gets him one. The
I
armor
mean,
flash once again
you
is
allow
good.
that gap to come through. You allow BBL to extend things. It almost feels like, again, very happy Rose, but it almost feels like Vitality yesterday. And in the same way that we saw that, we saw the Thrifty come through on round 4.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly it, right? I know exactly the round that you're talking about. It was on Ascent, the A push. That blind call from Starso hit the site. And again, as this one progresses, you really got to be thinking about some of those mistakes and if the right calls are being made. But to build on our Martin conversation, he is well and truly starred in every performance we've seen from this team
had a lot of time
so
on this
far
as well.
in the stage. Cairo, highest for ADR at 177, 2 aces versus Vitality, putting him up to
I think
11
this
lifetime in the VCT.
this, you know, when you win a pistol,
we've seen him on
when you win a
recently,
pistol,
but Ray's on this map
eco and then a
specifically.
bonus.
And I think
Like sometimes
the big thing for
this
me,
round,
is what
I would
that
say this
partnership
round
looks like between him and
loses a
Mini.
lot.
I think as
Because
well,
they don't follow a
we've
similar
seen the way that
protocol
the
to here where they
interaction
can
works
have
with the
someone that can
curveball,
kind
the
of
Phoenix
scout
Flash,
out.
and also
Right, if
Mini
you had
sliding
like
round
an
the
outlaw
corner.
or someone that
I
can kind of
think
scout it
overall,
out a little better
it's a
and
bit
give them the
harder to
space
do
and you're
that
like, okay,
with
he
the
can
Rays,
die,
with the Neon.
then I think it would work a lot better.
It's different, right? You're
Yeah.
satcheling in instead, but the dive capability is
Problem
certainly
is,
there.
I mean, that's essentially what Lovers Rock does, but
I think more
not
than
many
anything,
other
it
teams
looked
copy it.
way better when they were paired
I think it's
as a hit.
easier to do it on the eco, obviously,
At
because
least
of
for
the
Mini
marshal. It doesn't
specifically
matter if
on
it
that
goes into the
last
wrong
map,
hands.
then
But
it did when he was trying to play solo. On this round,
maybe like
it is
a
all 5
stinger could
Gentlemates
work
players
as well.
creeping up towards A, scaling behind the smoke, but into Lover's Rock and his neck of the woods with this up.
I mean, there's almost 4 players here. Rose walks away and will showstopper use.
Oh, mate, and the TP got rid of the ult.
Well.
He 180 to the TP away, got rid of the ult. Starzo's trying a
With
madness.
a quick spray down, has put this into a winnable spot.
They're
The
kind of
information
panicking a
huge
little
on the
bit.
last
Fade
2
out
players.
Now
into
you're looking at how mates
Cypher,
want to
even though the
manufacture this
info's there.
post-plant. A
Could have
stairwell
waited for
fight
the
is
info,
one which
maybe
they're
made a play
willing
off
to
it.
take as 2 players, even with this
double
plant.
wrap.
Trying to backfill the space.
Double
The
wrap
Horn
and it's not
does
planted
not
for them.
gain
They're going to think
anything.
they're
So
tree, but
the question on BBL players' minds is it
I mean,
tree or is it from behind? And they'll get that answer very quickly.
One enemy
As they see
remaining.
Kreven, he's gone.
he only saw one.
Only the Cypher scene though. Starzo
That's so
still
nice. Look
playing
at how
from
Starzo's
heaven.
playing this.
Rose destroying the cam. He's giving
heard
himself
above.
away. And a haunt to try and destroy. He's trying to get these fights. Starzo jumps. Rose only on 8 bullets and cannot connect a single one. Back
Big
within
round, man,
one
for
of
Starzo.
Gentlemetes.
That is purely a Starso round.
I
and
like
it's
the
fantastic to see
instant call
mates
of the double
get
off
value
wraparound
from
as
it.
well. That was nice.
Lovers Rock hits a
Fair
really
play.
tricky
There's
shot
like no
at the start. You
hesitation
can
on
see
it also.
Martin's working
How
the
did you get
space
the 2
on
on
right
sight?
side of the neon wall, Mini on the left, but the big thing for me here is just how heads up they are when it gets to the later stages of the round
Yeah.
with that neural theft. Bippo checks first with the cam. Starso checking second with the horn. Layers to the way they're playing this at a micro level.
What has Lovers Rock done here?
Now they want to go
the hero
back to
op.
back on this A push.
Interestingly enough, this
He
is
can't
an
buy
equal
next round,
round with a
really.
half-buy, but that half-buy
2-4, he would be on
has an
3,000.
operator in play.
Yeah, Lovers Rock can sort of be here, there, and everywhere with that TP. Timer is about to run out, as you can see in spawn, whether he makes this rotation or not.
That TP, though, is very deep. Doesn't go for it.
Yeah, just lets it run out. Look at this angle now that he's got on C.
Yeah, and that defense now leans so much heavier on the A site.
Really enabled by Lovers Rock, and it's another one of these eco overloads which could catch mates off guard.
Well, that's a big kill through the smoke. A B pivot, not really viable until we see Bipple take up that B main space.
And that's where now Kreven has a decision to make. Does he want to fight into B main and give himself an outlet? No, just asks for a smoke instead and now plays around it.
Cypher off.
Yeah, a Bulldog and a big 1 versus 1. I mean, distracted by the utility. Kreven drops back into sight. Now seen, big kill from Starzo. Makes things even, and Gentlemates hold on to this site well. Starzo gives himself up. Lovers Rock running for the hills and keeping himself alive.
Yeah, mates
He's
wondering
gonna
if
have
they
another
maybe
go to shot here.
misinterpreted this one a little bit. Now they're heading straight into this operator.
That's good utility. Brings Lovers Rock away, but that dimensional drift will
1,
give
2,
the
3,
information
all
for
spotted.
the retake coming back through. All 3 players, though, completely disconnected, whereas Gentlemates are all playing together like a pack of hungry wolves that know that their prey is near.
He's got to save this. He spent
Gentlemates,
way too much on
and
that.
they've done what they needed to. 9-9 is the scoreline that will
Dude,
be
mates are,
done
like, just
after
holding
this
on in
round
this.
because Lovers Rock wants nothing to do with this. Gentlemates have done what they needed to.
Yeah, and
Martin,
it looked a
kill
little
on
bit
water,
chaotic
yeah,
there,
it's
but I like
kinda
the mates
insane.
follow through
The
with the
waterfall
call
kill.
onto the C site. Not the first time you've seen Starso playing selflessly. The Pinata call, as Pacific deemed it. Just baiting out the early shots to get a trade. Lovers Rock nearly punishes. And to be honest, for how this one ends, you save the operator on the BBL side and you knock down a couple targets in the process. It's not the worst for what they came in with. I think the way they were trying to enable Kreven in the corner there was nice, but Starso just far too diligent.
And well, it seems like we will be getting the last timeout of this first map. BBL pulling the trigger and wanting to speak to their teammates, just especially with how bad that things have gone recently on this attack half. And in fact, Hazza, if we actually look at the round count,
Big buy
it's
on this
pretty
one.
much similar to that first half.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a
Your
early
ult
lead,
shorty
a huge
bucky
charge
tech
from mates.
dead now. I mean, a
Because
lot
they
of the times
take
you're
5 from
jumping. You'd have to
6.
jump earlier and then land
I think
crouch
with
to
everything
that.
weighing on this game again, we've just got to look back at those stakes and
I
what
wouldn't
exactly
say
it
it's
means.
I wouldn't say
Mates
it's
lose this
dead,
map,
but
they're
I
into
would
the
say it's a
play-in
lot harder
stage.
to pull
They
off.
need a 2-0 if they want that automatic spot to
Like,
get
you
to
wouldn't
playoffs for
go
now.
with the aim
And
to do
for
it.
BBL, I mean, they can afford a slow start. As long as they win the series, they're still in that conversation and putting themselves in the best possible position, but they want to be masters of their own destiny, and this is their map pick.
Yeah, it's a big map pick.
Remember when
especially you
LaRock
head
was going
towards
to break the
next
kill
one
record?
that's had
Wait, how many kills is he
varying
on?
Success for yourselves.
16.
Gentlemates, we've seen how
He
their
had-
performances can find an uptick on
He had
that
10
map.
kills in round 4 and now he's
Also
had
comes back to
6.
the thing with BBL.
Bro, he got
Sometimes they just don't make
annihilated.
those adaptations.
I shouldn't
but
have
what we're
said
seeing
anything.
here is 4 players ready to fight rubble at the
He ended
start
up getting
of the round
6
before the
kills
barrier
in
drop.
12 rounds.
Is this the adjustment?
Not even,
which
it's worse.
makes the
14
difference
rounds.
for them, though.
Maybe 15.
big
It's
brawl.
15 rounds.
Powder keg of a round as everybody sends it forward, and Gentlemate's happy to give things up. Minnie's actually fighting forward to try and support Prox, and the bullets are wild, trying to
Yes.
rein this round back in. Martin
What a
at least
satchel.
gets one back.
Yeah, and the round is offered a bit of reprieve here, as you can see, mates.
Ooh.
Moving through the map towards C.
Instant cool, though.
Starso the second layer, looking for a late lurk and maybe catching a rotate. They're not going to win the foot race here, so BBL will have bodies to defend C.
There's a gap
Okay.
in which to work
Dude,
for
Rose
Starzo.
doesn't realize
He
how much he's owned it. He
understand
thought it
that
was
yet,
fake
as the
footsteps and
bodies
someone's holding
of
him.
Gentlemates that are on the sea try and work this site, and it has grabbed the attention of the defense. And here's the pivot, now
Yeah.
straight in.
straight back towards B instead, but as mates continue to trail in this position, they are hunting down an extra kill. It looks like Starso will be the one to try and offer that relief, but it's right down the throat of Lovers Rock, so 4 versus 2.
It's a hard one. I mean, Martin won off of the showstopper, and that's ideally what you could try and walk through, but BBL give nothing.
I didn't know you played the show much in London. How would you rate your gameplay? 10 out of 10 for baiting, I would say.
Out of heaven.
In terms of gameplay,
nobody looking to bite on this. Gentlemates come out. It's
solid
all up to the
3.
guns, and Gentlemates do well.
Whoa.
It's Martin
That's a 10 out of 10 as well for him. Holy.
He just cannot miss.
Forget the opener, forget
the
closer, the supporting
how many actual
act, throw it in the
clips
bin.
does this
Martin
guy get?
is the headliner
like he
for
averages
Gentlemates. Put it on
like
another rockstar performance.
Kills.
First kill found him a nade and a showstopper, but he only needed the gun in his hands.
It's every game.
And mates have the lead in what is now a 1-round game.
Did he just
2.5
after getting that 4K? That's insane. Mate, that's insane. You can't see this guy doesn't have aura.
No, I
brother,
completely agree.
Kyro's loving it.
Use of the words. Anyway,
he said he has aura twice now.
That one, and if they
he
can keep a
can't
bottle on
stop.
it, as we listen into the comms.
Yeah, it's okay. People catch lurkers. There is camera. People catch lurkers. Clear the box, guys.
They're rotating from B.
Yeah, he's good. Don't commit.
2B. They know, guys, they know they're ceiling currently. They're heavy.
People see. You opening door? Yeah, I opened.
You opened. Yeah.
People, play B still. We will play B again.
B, okay.
Let's do B split here? Listen, we will take A in maybe B split if we pocket space.
They're close to judge.
Yeah, I have Prowler for this. Let's pick this together, guys. No, 3, 2. I'm gonna Prowler, you need to check Rabble. Yeah, go. Smoke him too. Actually, no, smoke stairs for fake.
Go fast.
3, 2, 1. Plus, judge.
I'm ulting.
Nice. Come. We might fake B split. Let's open 3. Care Hobbit.
It might be clear
Open
as well.
3.
Come close. Mana city. Spine.
Come B.
On the ceiling.
Wait,
Come B.
spacing.
Okay, Cypher, dead.
Hobbit, play together.
Hold Hobbit, please.
Yusuf, hold Hobbit. Cover up on ceiling. You're good like this. Pick up mini, pick up. One of it. Yeah, with me.
I will try to play.
I'm holding ceiling.
And realistically, the only thing that you can put your
Nice
hope
round to
in
listen
is a
into.
Spectre recovered of Lover's Rock, and he's already taken damage.
I actually fancy Lotus' chances with this Sheriff a little more, if I'm honest, mate. 125 HP, he can hit a head or two.
Just G-Man, thanks so much for the prime. Appreciate the 4 months, mate. Thanks so much.
And we know it. Being a
Would you
little
argue that
facetious
Martin's the
here
best
as
player in the world right now?
Gentlemates
You could definitely
make
argue it, yeah.
up to 11 rounds. That was the eco.
The problem is, it's so hard when you have
course.
these kind of players that aren't consistently like making it to
The
internationals.
momentum of this game has well and truly changed. It's off the back of some more Martin magic.
The guy is the magician who pulls rounds out of a hat. And BBL right now are needing something like that. Lovers Rock, Operator. That's B main.
Not his fault, we get it.
But
Yeah, it is that.
sorry, LaRock and Loiter are on C
Big round,
side.
man. They get the Outlaw out. Do the Outlaws, it's the one. Beepo.
Going to receive
It's your
this
time.
push coming through from Gentlemates. LaRock has done
Where's
so
Beepo?
well.
Oh,
Maybe
no,
a little
he's
bit of
in-
magic of his
oh, no.
own, but Martin once
He's the other
again
place, man.
still alive.
It's still winnable, bro. He's got the gun that can one-shot everyone. They got no idea about Martin. Oh, it's a flash shot.
Of course he is. He does not even.
Am I mad for
decide
saying that
to
this is
blink.
winnable?
Peppo. He's
We
elsewhere
probably
on
should
an
have taken
outlaw.
some space. They are fighting for.
Yeah,
they're
I feel a
fighting
little too
so
much of
heavy
it
over
over
towards
here.
C. You got to at least take a little bit of space.
Done pretty well to get himself in this game, 15-15. Second fragging behind Martin, of course. But happy with that round if you're BBL. Again, when you're seeing them fight for these extremities early, it's tending to do well for them. Constantly shifting that Cypher setup. Breaking away from some of the conditioning, perhaps. What mates have looked up on them.
Well, it's Lovers Rock up first, but
30 seconds
Operator versus Outlaw.
Beepo, mate, you
it
got to
only
go a
really
little
goes one way.
faster.
The Outlaw
you
wins,
got to
right?
give yourself some chance of winning
That's
it.
the head.
Let's see it.
Some damage.
Go on, Bippo. Nah, it's not going to be the case. We're back within one for these two.
Not shifting around the corner like that, no. Unfortunate. But yeah, just the one round between these teams. And Lotus deciding a lot of this series for me in my eyes. Just not only the permutations, but how both teams want to play stylistically, an attack-sided map historically, what the approach looks like from both as we get a Nightfall.
The actual slug peak,
Omen
yeah,
and
that
Cypher
was the
available
slug peak
on
right there.
either side. They can match themselves in talent.
Yeah.
Wait, how does that look at the top
Guaranteed
floor?
With the op here too.
Yeah, I was going to say, guaranteed value really comes through the Nightfall. The other two are more...
You have an appointment or something? What's the rush? Mate, I want him to at least try and win the round a little bit.
Gentlemates know from the last game that, the Omen and the Nightfall
Wait, what's
can
going on there?
combine pretty well.
Yeah. And now that's an interesting look to the round that we get from BBL, because instead of playing to the numbers game, it's Larok solo peeking through B, opening up the play for them here, and giving mates a way towards the B site.
Big value from the Nightfall, and you can see a
Whoa.
BBL player will be
No one had
cheeky.
it.
They've done it again. Gentlemates have fallen for it. And I mean, the Nightfall back in to recollect the spike. They're heading seat, and luckily enough, Creven, not hit by the Nightfall, can give that information and play off his own setup. Oh, doesn't win out against Bipple though, so now it's 3-on-2 in favour of Mates.
Yeah,
really.
only a paranoia here really for BBL
Mate, think
to
about
get
it, where do people
interested.
normally
The
plant?
spam battle is one which Loiter isn't winning.
Oh. Same time, Lover's Rock has managed to creep
All the time
into
people go for the
backside.
mound plants, spam the right to the
Bipple has
one.
no chance here.
Good
Wins
kill.
out.
Oh, he actually got out of there
2-on-2,
as well.
but the damage is
He's got an
great
Omen
on the
flash
two
for him.
players on BBL. Body shots is certainly the way to go. Don't need to hit heads, but of course Martin will. And with the time ticking away, the sand dripping down into the hourglass, I think this one is done, and Lover's Rock wants to keep that operator.
Yeah, well played from mates to get through that round. BBL
5 kills.
punished on their overextension through Larok at the start. But we're seeing this defender's side again go for the Nightfall Omen ult combo, which we'd seen them do a couple of times. I think it was on Split that we had it from them last. And yeah, despite their best efforts, still not enough. And mates keeping themselves in front right now, one step ahead.
Yeah, I think they're... Many. At least he got
it.
Kill.
Yeah, he got it.
And that's always important. I mean, luckily enough, there wasn't more bodies on that site for Gentlemate, so that round could have went a completely different direction.
One more
Okay,
round
2
required
goes
for
to that.
Gentlemates. They found
Larok
8 already
maybe
in
getting
this
his
half
ult
with BBL, just 2
for the next round if
for
they
the
can get
defender's
there.
side to show for.
Might have to close it
Very
out on
early
this one because it
Omen
might go up
coming
against the
through
Euro
here.
ult as well.
As you can see, Nate's creating a whole load of pressure on the B site. It's absolute pandemonium right now, and
Rose, mate.
BBL may be looking to go on the offensive through Rose.
Yeah, but they're worried about
What is this?
What is-
Yeah, Rose
It's
like, what are
another very similar play.
It is. At the same time, Loiter's going looking as well, and Stars was aware of this. It's freebies. I mean, at the same time, BBL are worried about their own spawn because of that Omen ultimate, and it created a little bit of chaos, but chaos does not make you make mistakes like that, Hazard.
Yeah, it's the decision making again, right? Something that the desk was discussing on the BBL side, and looking out of sorts right now. Disheveled as mates
I don't even understand it.
are on the path towards a 13th here. 4 players strong in B main. It's only going to be Larok to try and defend it. He needs a couple kills before the ult's going to come up for him. Starso baits for Martin again, and that 1-2 punch
Such
has
an
set them up for a
integral
knockout
round
blow.
to try and make the game-winning
Everyone
play
ready
like
to go.
this.
Lovers Rock
Like,
waiting
why would you
for a
ever
cue
force
to get
that
himself
on a
back in here,
fade,
but as
bro?
Creven falls,
You're meant to
there's
be
no
setting up
timing
your
to play
whole
off.
team.
No hope in hell. And BBL's map pick, as strong as it started, looks to be slipping away from them now. Lovers Rock will give this one last go. But he is not the hero
very
in this
nice,
story.
dude.
It's Martin
Solid map from
and
Martin, man. He
mates,
played so well on
13 to
this.
10 as they start the rematch with success.
He's just so
The
talented, man.
second map is
That,
all eyes on for this group.
I mean, he had 2
BBL
clips that are
could be
good as well.
knocked out.
Last
They
game
lose
I watched him
Gentlemate's
play, he had
pick of Ascent, and it's
2
one that they
insane
know that
aces
they can play
also.
themselves. Really excited for how this series
It's a mad week
progresses
for
now,
him.
Hazard.
Yeah, BBL coming into the day
2 or
with
3 red cards for
confidence
BBL,
out of the
mate. I think
previous
Rose is
result,
on
the
3 red
Na'Vi
cards
game,
on
a
this
chance
game.
to course correct and show what they're capable of.